Dear students, we discuss existence and uniqueness results in today's lecture. First, we see two important results without proof, and then we move to existence. This is the next lemma. We call it as lemma 4. Suppose omega is subset of R cross C is open. W subset of omega is compact. This is same as in previous lemma. F0 is continuous function from omega to Rn. F0 is continuous function from omega to Rn is given. And the sets U, U and V and constants M, alpha and beta are as in lemma 3. If capital T, which is mapped from W cross U cross A alpha beta to C minus R alpha Rn. T of sigma phi F y of T equal to 0 for T in minus R 0 and T of sigma phi F y of T equal to integral from 0 to T F of sigma plus S phi tilde sigma plus S plus ys ds. This is for all T in alpha means T from 0 to alpha. Okay, actually, when we are writing T, capital T of T, then this T should be in minus R to alpha. Okay, so it is 0 when small t belongs to minus R to 0, and it has this integral representation for T between 0 to alpha. Okay, so T of something is function from minus R alpha to Rn. Okay, something means we need entries from this. Okay, so sigma is what is W? In last lecture we discussed that W is subset of so here W compact subset of omega, and omega is subset of R cross C. Okay, so W is subset of R cross C means this sigma phi is the element of W. Okay, so we are discussing about the arguments of capital T. Okay, so sigma is a real number, phi is in C means phi is continuous function from minus R0 to Rn. Okay, then F is in U. Okay, U is neighborhood of F0. Okay, epsilon neighborhood of F0. And Y is in A alpha beta. Okay, means Y of 0 is 0. Norm of Y suffix T is less than beta for T in I alpha. Okay, so all these things are there. Then, so if T is like this, then T is continuous and there exists a compact set K in C minus R alpha Rn such that T maps this set W cross U cross A alpha beta to K. Okay, so actually values are here, but this result says that T is continuous and values of T are in the compact set K. Okay. Furthermore, if M alpha and beta, these constants are such that M alpha is less equal beta, then T maps this set W cross U cross A alpha beta to A alpha beta. Okay, means we know that A alpha beta is subset of this set again, C minus R alpha to Rn. Okay, so if we put elements in W and U fixed, okay, for example, if we are fixing sigma, phi, and F, then T will be function of Y only. Okay, if we fix all other things. Okay, so this theorem says that if this condition is satisfied, M alpha is less equal beta, then T as a function of Y, if we consider T defined from then T from A alpha beta to A alpha beta. Okay. So it maps A alpha beta to itself. We are not going to see the proof of this result. This result will be used in the existence theorem. Okay. Proof of this result uses previous lemma 3. Okay. Next definition. If U is a subset of Banach space X and capital T is from u to x, then the map T is said to be completely continuous. If first thing T is continuous, and second thing, for any bounded set B in U, the closure of TB is compact. Okay, so if we consider any bounded subset of U, say B, then if we consider the set T of B, then closure of T of B is compact. Okay, so if these two conditions are satisfied, then we say that this map T is completely continuous. Next important result is Schauder fixed point theorem, which is also very important in proving existence result. So we see this result without proof. Schauder fixed point theorem. If U is a closed bounded convex subset, if U is a closed bounded convex subset of a Banach space X, and capital T, which maps U to U, is completely continuous, then capital T has a fixed point in U. What is meant by fixed point in U? That means there exists y in U such that T of y equal to y. Okay, so T of y equal to y means y is fixed point of capital. Now let us see the existence theorem. Note that when we want to show that there exists solution to differential equation, then usually what we do, we convert the differential equation to integral equation. Then we define the right hand side as an operator, and we show that that has a fixed point. And fixed point is nothing but solution. Okay. For example, if we consider ODE, okay, say y dash is equal to say f of ty. Okay. Then what we do, we convert it to integral equation, say y of t equal to y of 0 plus this integral 0 to t f of s y of s ds. Okay. In the next step, what we do, we define capital T of y to be this thing, y of 0 plus integral 0 to t f of s y is. Okay, so we define an operator like this T. If we can show that there exists fixed point, say y star of T, then y star is T of y star. Means y star is this thing, y of 0. Y of 0 is some constant, okay? Plus integral 0 to t f of s y star of s ds. Okay, what this means, this y star is satisfying this integral equation. Means it is equivalently, it is satisfying this differential equation. Okay, that means this y star is solution of that differential equation. Okay. In the similar fashion, we have seen that for given functional differential equation x dot of t equal to f of t comma xt. There is equivalent integral equation given in terms of y. Okay, so in the existence result, we are going to show that that integral equation has solution. Okay, using this fixed point here. Okay, let us see. Existence theorem. Suppose omega is an open subset in R cross C and F0 is continuous function from omega to Rn. If the pair sigma phi is in omega, then there exists a solution to the retarded functional differential equation of F0 or FDE of F0 passing through sigma phi. Okay, this thing we have seen. Okay, what is mean by there exists solution of RFDE of F0 passing through sigma phi? That means there exists solution to x dot of t equal to f of t comma x of t and x of sigma is phi. That means x of sigma of t is phi of t. T is in minus r0. Like this. Note that this solution exists on smaller intervals sigma minus R2 sigma plus K. Okay. So there exists a positive such that x of t is solution on sigma minus R2 sigma plus A and this one. Fine. So local existence, because we consider non-linear delay differential equation. Okay, so solution will be on some smaller interval. Let us prove this result. For this proof, we need the equivalence between RFDE and integral equation that we already have discussed. Okay. Proof. Since A alpha beta is a closed bounded convex set. Okay, we already have seen proved this. A alpha beta is closed bounded convex. Is a closed bounded convex set of C minus R alpha Rn. Lemma 4. Okay, lemma 4 and Schauder fixed point theorem implies that okay, so in this lemma, okay, this t is defined like this in terms of integral. Okay, so here, of course, we choose m alpha and beta like this. Okay, so alpha and beta are in our hand. We can choose alpha and beta satisfying this, then and we fix entries in W and U, so that T maps A alpha beta to A alpha beta. Okay, like this. Here, in Schauder's fixed point, this U means A alpha beta. It maps the set to itself. Okay, and it is close bounded convex. So lemma 4 and Schauder fixed point theorem implies that the map T where we fix sigma phi f0 and we leave the last entry. Okay, so we put here dot. Dot means this is function of last entry only. All other entries are fixed. So T as a function of last entry. Last entry is in A alpha beta. Okay, this has a fixed point in A alpha beta. This fixed point yields a solution of retarded functional differential equation of H0 by formula. Okay, integral equation y of t equal to this integral from 0 to t f0 of sigma plus s comma phi tilde sigma plus s plus ys ds for t greater equal 0. Okay, and of course y of 0 is 0. Okay, and this solution, this is used to find solution to this retarded functional differential equation. Okay? This proves the result. Existence result. Now uniqueness result. We show that solution is unique if the function f is Lipschitz. Okay. We have seen such a result for ordinary differential equations. If the right hand side function, okay, so if we consider y dash is equal to f of ty, then and if this f is Lipschitz in y, then we can show that there exists unique solution to this problem. Okay, initial value problem. So similarly, here also we need Lipschitz condition for uniqueness. Here uniqueness. Suppose omega is an open set in R cross C. F of T phi is Lipschitzian function or Lipschitz function, okay, or function f satisfies Lipschitz condition. Okay. Lipschitzian in phi, second entry, okay. In each compact set, in each compact subset of omega, if sigma phi is element in omega, then there exists a unique solution of retarded functional differential equation x dot of t equal to f of t comma xt through sigma phi. Let us see the proof. As usual, we take closed ball b beta I alpha etc. Okay, so define I alpha equal to closed interval 0 alpha and b suffix beta to be closed ball in C sin C such that norm psi is less equal beta. And suppose x and y are solutions of this one functional differential equation 1 on smaller interval sigma minus r to sigma plus alpha. Okay, through sigma phi. Okay, so we want to prove uniqueness. So we prove we start with two solutions, and later on we will show that these are not different. Okay, so we will show that x is same as 1. Okay. We start with two solutions and show that these two are same. Okay, so what this means? This means x of sigma is 5. Okay, x is solution through sigma means through sigma 5 means x of sigma is 5, as well as y is also solution through sigma 5 means this is same as y of sigma. Then x sigma minus y sigma is 0. Okay, that means x of sigma plus t. Okay, x sigma of t minus y sigma of t is 0 means x sigma plus t is same as y sigma plus t. Here t is in minus r 0. In other words, we can say that x of say I'm again using the same letter t, x of t is y of t for t in. Okay, so I'm replacing sigma plus t by t. So here sigma plus t is replaced by t means this t should be from sigma minus r to sigma. Okay, we want to show that x of t is same as y of t on this interval. However, this condition shows that x of t is y of t on sigma minus r to sigma. Now our next task is to show that x of t is same as y of t on the interval sigma to sigma plus alpha. Okay, so we choose t to be greater or equal sigma. Okay, for t greater or equal sigma means I should say sigma to sigma plus alpha. Okay, for t in sigma to sigma plus alpha, we have. So what we do, we consider difference between x and y again. Okay, we have x of t minus y of t. Okay, this second part is not that much simple. Okay, x of t minus y of t equal to. Okay, now what is our x and y? X and y are solutions to this problem. Okay, so x dot is f of t x t, y dot is f of t y t. Okay, so what is x of t? X of t, okay, x dot of t is f of t x t. So if we want to find x of t, then we integrate this from sigma to t. Okay, so integrating from sigma to t, this becomes x of t minus x of sigma. Okay, x of sigma means x of sigma. So it is x of sigma, and x of sigma is nothing but 5. Okay, x of sigma of 0 means 5 of 0. Okay, let me write like this. X of sigma of 0. Okay. It is simply x of sigma. Okay, this is nothing but x of sigma. We are integrating from sigma to plus integral from sigma to t f of dummy variable x xs ds. Okay, so this is equivalent integral equation. Okay, and this is nothing but 5 of 0. Okay, similarly y is also solution of this. So what we have, y of t equal to y of sigma, that means y sub sigma, and it is also 5 of 0 plus integral from sigma to t f of s y of s ds. Okay, and now we are finding x of t minus y of t for this t greater than or equal to sigma. Okay, so this first term gets cancelled, 5 0 minus 5 0. Okay, and we have integral from sigma to t f of s x s minus f of s comma ys ds. Okay, and we are going to show that these two are same. Let us see. Now Lipschitz condition comes in picture. So F is Lipschitzian in second entry in each compact subset of omega. Okay, so we use this condition. Lipschitz condition you must be knowing. That means if we consider norm of f of x s x s minus f of s y s, then there exists some constant k, so that this is less equal k times norm of xs minus ys. Okay, this is called as Lipschitz condition. Okay, this is in first course of ordinary differential equation. If k is Lipschitz constant, if k is Lipschitz constant of f of t phi in any compact set. Now we choose compact set which contains this solution trajectories xs and ys. Okay, any compact set containing the trajectories means solution curves we mentioned. Okay, so it is nothing but set of all entries order pairs of the form t comma x suffix t. Okay, we are changing t and then we get next point. Okay, so this traces a trajectory. And similarly, we need this set, we need the trajectory t comma y sub t. Okay, so we consider the compact set which contains these two trajectories. Okay, and on any such compact subset, function is Lipschitz, so there should be some constant. We call it as capital. Then choose alpha bar less than alpha, of course positive number alpha bar, so that k alpha bar is very small. K alpha bar is very small means we are writing like this, less than 1 means it is positive but very close to 0. Okay, arbitrarily small. Okay, it is possible because what we can just do, we choose alpha bar very small. Okay, k is some fixed constant. Okay, so what we do, we choose alpha bar which is very smaller than 1 upon k. Okay, if k is 100, then we must choose alpha bar very smaller than 0.01. Okay, like that. So this is possible. Choose alpha bar, it should be less than alpha and it should satisfy like this. Okay, alpha bar is very smaller than. Then for t in, now we are interested in t belongs to sigma plus alpha bar. Okay, this may be smaller subset. Okay, actually we are related to sigma plus alpha. It is bigger interval, we consider smaller part and we repeat this theory for other parts. Okay, so first we take smaller part from sigma to sigma plus alpha bar, small subset. What is the norm of x of t minus y of t? Okay, here it is. Norm of x of t minus y of t is norm of right hand side. So it is less equal integral from sigma to t norm of f of s xs minus f of sys ds. And now f is satisfying Lipschitz condition. So this is less equal k constant from sigma to t norm of xs minus ys ds. Okay. Now we can take supremum of this thing norm. Okay, norm of xs minus ys. Okay, so this is less equal k times supremum of norm of xs minus ys, and we take s in this interval. Okay, s belongs to this. So how should I write? Sigma less equal s less equal t. So this is fixed. And what is this? Integral from sigma to t ds. So it is simply t minus sigma. Okay. Now what about t minus sigma? T is here, sigma to sigma plus alpha bar. Okay. So what this means? Sigma less equal t less equal sigma plus alpha bar. So what about t minus sigma? T minus sigma is 0 less equal t minus sigma less equal alpha bar. Okay. So we can say that this is less equal alpha bar. So this is less equal k times alpha bar into supremum of this xs minus ys. Okay. 0 less equal s less equal t. But what is left hand side? It is norm of x of t minus y of t. So it is one of this number. Xs minus ys means you can say that it is x of s minus y of s. Okay, here. Okay, so better I'm writing this as x of s minus y of s. Okay, so supremum of all these numbers on interval 0 to t, and left hand side is norm of x of t minus y of t. It is one number. Usually this term is less equal supremum. That is fine. But we are multiplying by something which is very, very smaller than 1. Okay. So it may happen that this itself is supremum. Okay. Or it may have smaller than a smaller value than supremum. But in any case, if we are choosing this very, very small, then right hand side may be smaller than left hand side. Okay. So for example, left hand side is one of this set. Okay. We are choosing s between 0 and t. So if suppose left hand side is 10. Okay. And if it is supremum, and if we are choosing k alpha bar to be 0.001, then right hand side will be 0.001 into 10. Okay. Then this cannot be less than or equal to this thing. Okay. So if we are choosing this to be equal to 1, then no any harm. Okay. Usually left hand side is one of such entries. So norm of x of t minus y of t is less equal supremum of such thing. That is fine. But we are multiplying by something which is very, very small. Okay. That causes problem. Okay. And this cannot be possible in general. Means we must have x of t is same as y of t. So left hand side is 0 and this is also 0. Okay, then it is possible. 0 is less equal. So very small number k alpha bar into 0. That is okay. Since k कि alpha bar is very small, the right hand side may become smaller than left hand side. Okay, which is contradiction. Therefore, we must have x of t equal to y of t for all t in this interval. Sigma to sigma plus alpha bar. Okay. Actually, we are taking supremum means I should write that. I should write here xs of I'm taking supremum. Okay. So here we may choose any theta. Okay. And take supremum over that thing. Okay. So here I will keep as xs minus yx. So that is in fact norm of x minus y. Okay. So t I'm writing in sigma to sigma plus alpha bar. Okay. And this shows that x equal to y. Okay. That is, solution is unique. And this proves here. Okay. Thank you.